Okay, if you're Al Horford here, there is 4 seconds on the shot clock, and Derek White is here in the gaps. Why would you not be getting up and guard Joel Embiid? He doesn't have time to do anything else than what you just allowed him to do. Okay, if you're Al Horford here on this turnover, okay, stop. Why are you not sprinting back right now this way? Jason Tatum's got to take the ball. You have to get to Tobias Harris. Look at Al Horford going to the middle of the floor. That just guarantees you that you'll be behind Tobias Harris. Okay, so why is Jason Tatum not getting back in transition, sprinting back to take Tyrese Maxey? Why is Jaylen Brown not getting back? Why is he leaving his feet to gamble on a pass across half court? So now PJ Tucker sets a ball screen right here. There's no one to guard it. So now Al Horford has to step up, and Joel Embiid is now just under the rim. Okay, if you're Al Horford here, you're obviously not going to be able to guard James Harden like this, so you got to get up and force him into help right here. Here, Derek White can help and recover. If you let James Harden come this way, look at how far over Derek White has to come. There's no recovering from that. Okay, so the Celtics, I guess, are switching here. So Al Horford needs to be up, because when James Harden comes off the screen, you got to be ready to guard. Look at Al Horford. What? Could that have been any easier? Okay, so the Celtics are in drop coverage off of a pick and pop right here. Al Horford has to have his feet set. Stop. Like, you need to be over here right now with your feet set. If your feet are set, you'll be able to stunt at the ball and recover. If you're instantly backpedaling like this, then this is just catch and shoot now for Embiid. Okay, another bad switch. If you're Jaylen Brown, you got to be up here, ready to guard immediately off the switch. You cannot be backpedaling on Mac. Look at how you're backpedaling here. So there's about a mile of space to get over the screen. But because you backpedaled, you just completely fall flat on the screen. What is Malcolm Brogdon doing? You cannot assume that Jaylen Brown is switching here. You're assuming a switch is coming. Well, you assumed wrong. So now you're off balance, and now Maxey's going to get on the other side of the screen that you're going under well ahead of you. What is it with these Celtics switches? Why is Malcolm Brogdon not up here if he's switching so he's ready to guard James Harden immediately? Where's Malcolm Brogdon going? Why were you backpedaling? What was that? Okay, Robert Williams has to drop higher here off this ball screen. If his feet are set, he's in a defensive stance. He can at least stunt at the ball and delay James Harden a little bit and recover. See, you do nothing here. So now James Harden's going to snake dribble. See how he's got Marcus Smart on his back? That's because Robert Williams III never stunted at the ball. So now Marcus Smart never gets the opportunity to guard him. Cannot do this if you're Jaylen Brown. Look at him leaning towards this Paul Reed screen early. So now James Harden's just going to beat him the other way. That draws help. There's Paul Reed. Look at how many ways the 76ers could have scored on this possession because Grant Williams just doesn't stay behind Joel Embiid battling for position. So he's going to front the post. That means Al Horford instantly has to come and help over the top right here. So now when Tobias Harris comes here, who's guarding him? Jason Tatum's got to worry about PJ Tucker. So look at this. This is a wide-open Tobias Harris shot, wide-open PJ Tucker shot. Oh yeah, and Joel Embiid on this pass over the top now is open. Wow. Al Horford just ruins everything here on the pick and roll. If you're in drop coverage, your feet must be set. Drop coverage means I can guard the ball, but I can recover. Al Horford's got his hands on the screener, which means he's instantly backpedaling. So now Embiid draws a backside defender here in Derek White instead of Al Horford being able to recover, and this is just shoot around. Okay, if you're going to double the post, your rotations have to be sound. So Marcus Smart is going to rotate to Tobias Harris. Brogdon's going to go to DeAnthony Melton. Well, Tatum's got to come down here to PJ Tucker. Like, Jason Tatum, after this double team, is just standing in no man's land. So now Robert Williams III has to guard PJ Tucker and Joel Embiid, and that isn't going to go great. How is it possible that Derek White thinks he can guard James Harden like this without sprinting to a spot, getting in a defensive stance with your feet set? This isn't even somewhat of a defensive stance. Look at Derek White right here. Look at your feet. I mean, welcome to the blender that James Harden's about to put you in. That draws help, and there's the MVP open again. Okay, so Al Horford's going to need a double team here on Joel Embiid. What is he doing with his hands here? Is he playing charades? Stop. Marcus Smart's got to come over here right now and double. Derek White needs to get out here, and he would have to rotate here. Jaylen Brown would come here. Marcus Smart would go to the weak side of the floor. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, this is a complete disaster. If you're Jaylen Brown and you're doubling, first of all, you need to be closing this area off when you trap. That's number one. You don't do that. Number two is you're going to leave your feet trying to gamble on a deflection. What does that do? So you just left your feet. It's going to take you an hour now to get over to PJ Tucker. So now we got two people going to PJ Tucker. And here's Tyrese Maxey. I mean, this kind of drop coverage is not going to get it done against James Harden and Joel Embiid on the pick and roll. Robert Williams III has to get over here. Your feet have to be set. You got to be able to recover to Joel Embiid. Like, James Harden comes off the screen, your feet aren't even close to set. So now this is just quite the easy pick and pop yet again. Okay, so DeAnthony Melton's going to pick Jason Tatum's pocket. Marcus Smart can't be thinking here. You got to be sprinting back now. Like, he's going to take about a second to a second and a half to think about it. Whoops, here we go. Okay, so Peyton Pritchard does a nice job helping in the gaps here. He gets Joel Embiid's dribble picked up. So stop, dribble's picked up. So now just get back to Tyrese Maxey. That's it. Nothing else. Like, look at Peyton Pritchard here. See how he's still looking at the ball? So now you're going to be leaning this way as Maxey comes off this way, and, whoops. Okay, this makes my head explode. Marcus Smart just turned it over. It's fine, it's basketball, but sprint back. Could you and Robert Williams save your conversation right now for a dead ball and not while the Sixers are going off in transition? This is a completely pointless double team. James Harden picked his dribble up. If you're Jaylen Brown, please just stay with Daniel House. There's nothing for you to help on here. So now Daniel House gets it, you're not ready to guard him. It's an easy pump and go drive for two. You cannot relax when you're guarding James Harden. When this pass gets made, Jaylen Brown has to stay in a defensive stance with his feet set. Because look, where are you going? So now James Harden gets this ball back, you're not ready to guard. So here comes a pick and roll that you're supposed to fight over the top of. You're already beat right now, before the screen's even set. So now it's going to take you 3 hours to, well, go underneath the screen. That brings backside help. We have practice shots we're giving up now. Is Malcolm Brogdon surprised by this screen? If you were going under this screen, stop. You need to be getting under. Like, Al Horford's got to give you space and you got to get under. You can't make contact with the screen or going under. Because now James Harden's on the other side way ahead of you. That draws help. And now this, again, this is no different from the 76ers shoot around before the game. Okay. Why is Marcus Smart backpedaling? Is he trying to deny an entry pass here? You're guarding Tyrese Maxey. You're backpedaling to do I don't know what. So this is just too easy for Tyrese Maxey to get into a 2-dribble pull-up. Okay, why is Derek White not just sprinting back to make sure he's ahead of the ball? This entire play comes down to whether Derek White can guard the ball. What is this? So now Jaylen Brown's got to guard the ball. What was that? Stop leaning towards the screen early. Derek White leans towards the screen early again, and now Tyrese Maxey says, fine, I'll go the other way. You cannot possibly think with Tyrese Maxey's quickness that Derek White can crowd him at half court and keep him in front of him. Are you kidding me? Look at how easy this is for him to turn the corner, get you off balance, 3 right in your eye.